episode 3808, Never Give Up.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you have had a fabulous weekend. Yes, it was a long, drawn-out one here in the U.S. It's called Labor Day weekend. And you know what? After that, we need a little bit of inspiration, don't we? Never give up. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, how was your weekend? Did you survive it? Did you get enough football? I mean, come on. And guess what? NFL starts this week. Are you excited about that? Maybe you're not. You're more into tennis. Did you watch some golf? There are some great sports happening right now. The fall season is wonderful. But what happens when life hits hard? It's stuff that you can't control. It's not about your team winning or losing. It's not about your favorite tennis player getting to the quarterfinals. Coco Gauff is now out. She was beaten by Osaka. It doesn't ask for your permission, right? Life doesn't say, oh, by the way, is it okay if I make this so bad for you right now? No. It doesn't ask for permission before throwing curveballs from every direction. And what about the distractions? They pile up, cluttering your mind and draining your focus. Instead of pushing you forward, they pull you back, making the grind feel heavier, the goal farther, and the dream dimmer. But I'm here to remind you, never give up. Because honestly, none of that stuff, the scores on your test, your business ups and downs, the wins or stumbles of your family, the medical situations, good or bad, or those parts of your life that aren't working, none of that stuff matters as much as you think in the moment. But what does matter is how you respond. You can rise above it all. And I know in the moment you're like, Christiane, you just don't understand. No, I do understand. We have a very big family. We have a very close family. And then our extended family is big too. And we go all the way down to fifth and sixth cousins. Yes, that's how awesome it is. And for the most part, we know what everybody's doing in general. We don't have all the details, but it's great. And I know that if I travel anywhere where my family is, including my extended family, I knock on the door, they would be there for me. Hands down, and vice versa. We would do the same for them. But you see, we just don't get to take what we like about our life and live with that. We have to live with the downs as much as we do with the few ups. And so when life does happen, when you feel like I just can't go on, when you are stressing out over something that just started, you're like, I can't do this. No, you can. You can rise above it all. You can get up day after day after day, sweat and all. You can keep moving forward when everything inside of you screams to quit. And the catch? Well, it's not pretty. Why? Because you need to be willing to absorb the CRAP life throws your way. The challenges, the rejections, the adversities, and the problems. All of that stuff that comes at you. You've got to take the hit. That takes grit, real grit. Knowing that better days aren't a maybe, they're a win. They will show up, so long as you never give up. So don't waste your energy on the noise that tries to distract or discourage you, because you're going to have a lot of loud noises in your life. I was enjoying football over the weekend. I could not get in enough games. I was telling my mom, she's still recovering from her broken foot. Still cannot put any weight on it. We go to the doctors this week, so we're praying for some good news. But we're watching football, and I'm like, the stadiums, right? They're packed, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 people in these college stadiums. We're not talking NFL. We're talking college ball. And you get people run over, not literally, figuratively, because their team didn't win. And the ones that they thought won didn't. Did you watch the Texas-Ohio State game? Oh my goodness. Yeah, who won? Ohio State. I told you earlier that Osaka took out Coco Gauff in round of 16. She's not in the quarterfinals. She's not going there. Now, some people would be like, oh my goodness. Yeah. She's coming off of a major Grand Slam win at Roland Garros. But she was also one who won at the U.S. Open. And so was Osaka. At one point, not at the same time, obviously. But believe it or not, they actually played each other in the finals in, I believe, 2019. I share all this with you because regardless of where you are and what's happening, you have a stadium around you. All the noises, all the distractions, all the discouragement. And it sounds as loud as being on the field playing football or in Ash Stadium playing on the court. It's loud and it echoes and it's hard to escape. But don't let the failures convince you to fold. Don't bail when the easy route calls your name. Everyone else might quit, but you? You are made for more. You get to rise up and create your now. You get to stick it out. You get to stay in the game. You get to push through when it feels like you're empty. You can fill your tank. God's got you. You're stronger than what you think you are. Maybe you're coming off of a really crazy season. Maybe you're coming off of a wedding. Maybe you're coming off of just sending your baby to college, the last one. And you're like, Christiane, I am like a mess. I know it's not easy, but this too shall pass. You were created for a time such as this. So stick it out. Be strong. Stay in the game. Not just for your child or for your family or for your colleagues, but for yourself. A lot of times we're doing everything for everybody else, but what about you? What do you want? Let me give you some insight into kind of what I'm battling right now. I mentioned to you my mom. She's recovering and she needs help, so she's here with us. We're also trying to figure out when we're going to list our house and sell it. We're in the midst of that. We're moving. We've got a child who's starting. Congratulations, baby girl. I'm so excited for you. Yes, she starts her brand new career today. Yes, today. She's launching it off. I'm so excited for her and stoked for her. Why? Because she has done nothing but work hard. And now finally, because she stuck it out through the highs and lows. And let me tell you, she had more lows than she did highs. And you don't need to know all the stories. But you see, I lived them with her. I watched how at times she was crumbling. But then I also watched in the moments that she rose up. And she said, you know what? I can stick it out. I can stay in the game. And now we celebrate her today and what she has to offer the world and the world that she gets to impact for those that she touches. But you see, right now, I've got all of this stuff happening. And I'm traveling a ton. We're doing a lot for Create Your Now. I mentioned earlier, I think a couple days back, that we are actually allowing ourselves to become a nonprofit. Because that's going to move us in a different direction. I wouldn't say, okay, not a different direction, just a direction where we can be able to handle some things differently within our digital online space. And that means it's going to open up more doors for you. More doors for you to help support us and more doors for you to be involved and become more locked into this community of Create Your Now. I love our family here. From pray.com, where we have our TV show every week, to here on the podcast daily, to our devotionals and our blogs on the website. And you can be on the website at createyournow.com and you can get all that information right there. We're in the midst of launching the brand new website, I hope, within the next couple weeks. I'm not going to promise a date yet, but when I have the final date, I will let you know when we're going to just strike the match and let it go. It's going to be awesome. And let me tell you, there's been a lot of ups and downs with that. We've got our Kairos community, which is a free community. You don't have to be on Facebook. You don't have to be on Instagram. You have to just be you, and you come to the website and you get to be a part of the community, which makes it what? So much easier. You don't have to get trapped into everything else. You don't have to worry about all these ads. You don't have to be hidden by and locked into the wrong stuff. You just get to do what you want to do and be fed mind, body, and spirit. But you see, it hasn't been all ups for me. There's been a lot of struggles along the way. A lot of balls are still in the air, and I'm juggling it going, how am I going to do this? Well, just yesterday I was sitting down going, okay, I've got some options here. And I was talking it out with my mom. And I said, what do you think about this? And she goes, honestly, I think that's the better choice versus going the other direction. I said, okay, let's map it out and see what it looks like. Decision made. Because you see, here's the thing. The people who never give up, they aren't superheroes. They're just the ones who decide to keep showing up even when it hurts, even when it's unfair, even when the odds look stacked against them. But in reality, it's really not. It's just a perception. But we get in our own heads and we convince ourselves that we can't do something when in actuality, if we would stop looking at what we can't do and look at what we can do, we can move mountains, especially when we've got God right beside us. That's when things change. What needs to change for you today, this week? It's a shorter week. Maybe you're blessed because you don't have to work. That's fabulous. Maybe you're like, no, but I got a day off. Woohoo. So you're celebrating that. Maybe you're like, no, I worked 3 jobs, but I only had to work 2 yesterday. Fabulous. Celebrate the little things. Focus not so much on what you can't do, but so much on what you can do. Focus on the grind of which you can control. Keep your eyes on what you want to build, where you're headed. Where's your lighthouse? Who are you focused on? Are you looking side to side, comparing yourself to someone else? Maybe it's in your career and you're like, if I could just be like her. Maybe it's your next door neighbor and you really didn't think about it until now I just mentioned it. You're like, oh my goodness, that's me. Maybe you've got younger kids and sports is everything. And you're like, but I'm not really that mom. I want to encourage them, but it's not a live or die moment for us. But for everybody else, I don't know what it is. They have to have it. How do you find that balance? You can find it. Focus on what you can control. And where are you headed? That lighthouse. Be willing to take the hits. Why? Because God's got you. Have you ever realized and really looked at where lighthouses are built? They're not built in a deep valley where the water washes over them and all you can see is just a little bit of the light peeking above the waves. The lighthouses are built what? Up. Causing people who are out there in the ocean with the ships and they're sailing and they look up and it's like, there's the light. That's my lighthouse. That's where I'm headed. Where are you headed? Where's your lighthouse? Where do you need to refocus? Where do you need to say, you know what? It's okay. I can take these hits. I can let the waves crash on me. It's all right. This too shall pass because in this moment, I was created for this. Absorb the CRAP because obviously, this too shall pass. I was watching Sinner, another tennis thing here. Yannick Sinner, number 1 seeded in the world. And he's playing Bublik in the round of 16, I believe. And so he made it past. But guess what he made it past? 6-1, 6-1, 6-1. They literally played 21 games. And he won all of them except for 3. But the cool thing is that Bublik knew that it was probably going to be a tough match. He was really good up until he met Sinner at this stage of the U.S. Open because he had gone unbroken. His serves were dynamite, yet he was coming off of a 5-set match. I share all this with you. Why? Because in the middle of it, first set, he had the biggest smile on his face. With each shot that he lost, not the ones that he made. Each shot that Sinner devoured, which would have been perfect in other matches that got him to where he was, failed him, yet he smiled and shook his head and kept going. If you can't win all the time, which we can't, what can you do to win in the moment? What can you focus on? What is your lighthouse? Never give up, my friend. You were created for more, to create your now. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.